Now we are going to ask the boss of the bosses to tell us more about the conference, the Muslim Civil Society Conference. And to do that is the Executive Director of ASRI, Mr. Mohammed Cajee. He's an industrial psychologist. Mr. Cajee completed his MA at the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg. And he is the Executive Director of ASRI, which is a public policy institute based in Johannesburg. And he's the former interim bureau chief of Al Jazeera International, USA, Inc., as well as the former project launch manager of Al Jazeera Plus in San Francisco. So over to you, sir, and thank you so much for hosting us.
Honorable Deputy President, honorable citizens, comrades and friends, like that table over there, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, greetings of peace. Welcome to the celebration of our inaugural Muslim Civil Society Conference, launching the ASRI. Over the past 362 years, our country evolved through the struggle against colonialism and then apartheid, to liberation that was achieved in 1994. After which the battle moved from the struggle to achieve political emancipation to the responsibility of implementing laws, policies, and programs that reverse the legacy of apartheid and uplifts the lives of millions of South Africans through the institutions of the democratic state. There have been many achievements over the past 20 years in the provision of access to water, electricity, housing, healthcare, and education. But our country is still facing some major challenges, which have been captured in the diagnostic report of the National Development Plan that we're here to discuss at the conference this weekend. And the NDP proposes solutions in its chapters within it. 20 years into democracy, xenophobia and tribalism is on the increase. The quality of public health care and education needs to be improved. Corruption is at high levels, and the levels of crime are also high. And the majority of our country's youth between the ages of 18 and 35 are still unemployed. These factors, coupled with the increasing loss of patience and confidence to deliver on promises, is a recipe for violent socio-economic upheaval in the next decade, the symptoms of which we already see in the service delivery protests, the xenophobic violence, as well as the recent anti-apartheid statue revolts. We, the citizens of South Africa, cannot sit inactive as the fundamental principles and values of our Constitution and our democratic institutions need support more than ever before from ourselves. The only viable solution is to activate South African civil society, where we work together with government, businesses, religious groups, and other civil society organizations, activists, and interest groups to implement practical solutions to the critical socio-economic issues facing South African society. We have to act in unison as wider civil society, regardless of race, religion, class, or political ideology, to build South Africa and make it work. And that's the purpose of this conference. As we've heard, the Muslim community has been actively involved in the struggle for freedom. And now we need to ask the question, what is the most effective means of further contributing to the development of our country? The answer would be that we have to play a supporting role to entrench democracy, eliminate poverty, provide access to quality public education, healthcare, and employment to all citizens, as well as fostering a society free of crime and violence. To do this, our ad hoc debates on our kitchen tables and at weddings and funerals need to move formally to the policy level, with our community being more engaged in these policy debates, putting forward solutions on our national priorities, since these very same issues of education, healthcare, crime, nation building, and the elimination of poverty are not only significant issues to wider society, but significant issues to ourselves in our own families and communities. So our country needs our active participation to be successful with any policy implementations. Our communities need to be active in continuous engagement with government in order to have our voices and opinions heard in a meaningful, patriotic, and organized way. ASRI is the beginning. Tell your friends and family. Tell your children and grandchildren. We welcome you to the Muslim Civil Society Conference 2015. Thank you for being a part of it. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.